welcome to Still Eligible. We are here at the Hilton Omaha, right before Game 3 of the College World Series. We are a sports podcast that likes to travel around the country, go to the biggest events in college sports. Like I said, Game 3 starts tonight. The DAWGS take on Vanderbilt. We're going to give you a nice little rundown. What do you say, Pat?
Let's do it. How many years has it been that we've been here?
I don't know, but we're here. We're in full force. There is Mississippi State fans galore, full force. Everywhere we look, you see the maroon, you see the white.
It's a C.
It is a C. We made picks last podcast on who we thought were going to be here. I changed my pick from Texas to Mississippi State. I'm riding with the DAWGS. You rode with Vandy. Game 3 tonight. We might do a little recap post-game, but as of right now, we're even. So one of us is going to be right, one of us is going to be wrong.
I stuck with Vandy even though they're in the losers bracket. I said they were going to pull in Oklahoma, and we will see that happen tonight. That's my bold prediction.
The losers bracket's the way to go about things. We saw Mississippi State go through the losers bracket as well. They played our Virginia guys down there, Cavaliers, beat them, and then went against Texas for 2 games. So we've had a few rain delays since last time we talked. And just a lot of baseball.
No rain delays on the podcast.
No, we're inside, like we said, at the Hilton. People everywhere. After the games, Mississippi State fans just take over this place. The Mississippi State fans are unreal.
They travel like no one else.
They travel literally like no one else. Like, this is our first College World Series. We talked about it, and these people show up, and like, it's crazy. It's like you're at a big time college football game. Is how these guys travel. And it's not anything to be surprised about, but just getting to know their fans and talking through it. And their game days at their field, we got to go check it out.
We have to. Stark Vegas, we're already planning the trip. We've had about 10 people tell us that we need to go for a baseball game.
The first SEC game of the year, that's where they want us to go. That gentleman just gave me a thumbs up. Thumbs up to you, sir.
He knows you're doing a great job.
I appreciate you.
Is he on your list of appreciate yous?
No, but I set you up to give the intro for the appreciate.
I'm a little slow after the last few weeks. So
good.
This is a segment where we use your catchphrase. We pick a few people or topics who did some cool stuff this past week, and we let them know that we appreciate them. I'm going to kick it off.
Please.
Gwen Goldman. So
Yes.
I saw this on the at MLB Instagram. In 1961, she wanted to be a Batgirl, and the Yankees told her no. There were no females allowed in the clubhouse. 60 years later, she got to live out her dream. She wrote a letter to George Steinbrenner expressing her dream of being in the clubhouse, being a Batgirl. But in 2021, they surprised her, and they let her be the Batgirl for a game. When she was asked about the feeling of walking into the dugout, she said, "It's a dream of a lifetime that I get to be an honorary Batgirl in the dugout, in the Yankee dugout. I sat there as a kid, and that was my dream to be able to do that. Have you ever had a dream come true? It's quite a feeling." Have you ever had a dream come true?
I don't know. I don't know if I had a dream come true. But this is a great story. I don't know. Birthday wishes. I was talking to my roommate about birthday wishes. This is a total transition that I did not plan for by any means. But the Browns play the Packers on Christmas this year. And growing up, every year for my birthday, I made a wish that I would go see the Browns play the Packers in Green Bay. I don't know why. I just thought Green Bay and Lambeau was cool. Brett Favre maybe. And the thing as a little kid, birthday wishes, you're not supposed to tell anybody about your birthday wishes or they don't come true. So I never told anybody, and it never came true. So I don't know how I took Batgirl to Brett Favre, but I made it happen.
You did, and Gwen Goldman, appreciate you. Good job living out the dream.
Boom. Shout out Gwen. How old was she?
She was...
Or is? She's old.
She's old. She's old.
She's still able to be a Batgirl. All right, so
she's 70 years old.
70 years old.
There you go. She lives out her 60-year-old dream, she said.
There we go. She did it when she was 10. I'd zoned out for a little bit of that.
That's good math. That's good math right there,
Sure.
Dick.
Basic math. If it wasn't an even prime 0 ending number, there's no way I would have figured that out. So, cool. All right, my first appreciation goes out to all-nighters. If you follow us on social media, which I sure hope you do, at Still Eligible, you saw that I pulled an all-nighter the other night. It was not planned by any means. You had the room to yourself. Congratulations on that. I'm sure you enjoyed it. But yeah, we were coming back from lefties, good old lefties, and we saw these guys camping outside. Colton and Brady, great guys, Mississippi State students, and we just started talking to them on our way back, and they're like, hey, yeah, we're just waiting for tickets. We're diehards. We haven't missed a series all year, all that good stuff. We are going to the game tomorrow. We are camping out. Box office opens at either 8:30 or 10. They didn't know which one. We're like, all right, cool. And I was like, all right, I've got nothing to do, I guess, besides sleep.
Yeah, that's not important to functioning as a human being.
No, I can sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah.
And I'm at the College World Series, and I'm like, you know what? Part of the deal is I want to be a part of these cultures. And these Mississippi State fans, as I've already said once or twice during this podcast, are crazy. And the all-nighter, I was like, you know what? Why not? And the crazy thing is I already had a ticket, but I was like, I'll take one for the team just to hang out with the boys. And we had a good night. It was awesome, actually. It comes full circle. But we had a good night. We tossed the pigskin around. I brought them some beef jerky, some Red Bulls, some 5-hour energies, pistachios, a blueberry muffin that was 3 days old, but I didn't tell them that.
Well, they're going to know now. So.
Well, sorry about it. I don't even know who ate it. I didn't eat it. I'll tell you that. And we hung out for the night. It was awesome. They ended up, box office opened. They didn't know if it was going to be open at 8:30 or 10, like I said. At like 9:15, I was running down the sidewalk. It just grew from 4 of us to, or 6 of us, 5 of us to like 100 of, like 200, 300 people at like 8:30 in the morning. And at 9:20, some guy comes out and he's like, there are no tickets available, blah, 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 blah. And like, the reason I say blah, 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 blah is because after he said there are no tickets available, Mississippi State fans almost killed this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a collective groan.
Oh my God, they were out all night and they were fired up. I was fired up for them. I was mad because I was like, I stayed up all night for these guys, and I'm just ready to document them, cashing out and getting their tickets. But long story short, Colton and Brady, they ended up getting tickets. Dave Portnoy from Barstool hooked them up, and it was a happy day. So congrats to them. Shout out to them. Appreciate all-nighters. Boom.
My next appreciate ya, I have not seen for quite some time. I miss it a lot. Notice I did not say them, not a person. It's my own bed.
Yep.
We've been in Omaha since June 19th. Feels like decades ago that we were checking into that Airbnb. We were in OKC before that for a little bit, so we've only kind of been in Dallas for a bit. And I'm just missing my bed. I'm actually not going to get to sleep in it for a little bit because we're going to go on a little vacation after this. I'm going to be sleeping in my childhood bedroom, which is not the same. But, yeah, it's memory foam. I actually have a headboard, so I miss it. And I'm looking forward to, I think you said the other day, the first time you go back to Dallas, you're going to just fall head first into the bed.
Game over. I can't wait. Something to look forward to.
And I left my place pretty clean, which is like, the ultimate come back from a trip kind of thing. So my own bed.
Better than me.
Appreciate you.
Love it. I can't wait to be in my bed either, but doesn't warrant appreciate you. But glad you felt it did. Anyways, my next appreciate you, College World Series as a whole. I mean, I know it's a soft one. It's a layup. It's a bunt. Whatever you want to call it. It's an easy one. This has been awesome. This has been one of the coolest experiences I've ever been a part of. I think you two can probably attest to that. We've met a lot of great people. We've done a lot of cool things. We've seen a lot of baseball, and it's just a great time to be here. So if you've ever have the opportunity to come to the College World Series, make it happen. Bring your boys out. Bring whoever out. Boys, girls, whatever bring your friends out. Come watch some sports. Come watch some baseball. It's honestly a great time. We're the ultimate bandwagon fans.
Oh, yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. These Mississippi State people have embraced us as their own. You are tight with the Whistlers now.
Whistlers, plural. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we'll touch on that. But, no, just come. Just make it happen. Just make it happen. I don't really have anything else to say.
Just do it.
I appreciate the College World Series. Omaha is a beautiful time. Weather's great, minus the rain delays. A little hot, a little humid, but hey, if that ain't baseball, I don't know what is. So get yourself some salted peanuts and maybe a Bud Light and have a day. So College World Series, appreciate you.
It's been a trip. I mean, we should probably just break down a little bit what's happened, kind of preview. I know we'll probably do a late night kind of recap, maybe in the hotel room after the game tonight. We're going to go get some content, so we're running through this. But I mean, I would be remiss if I did not mention someone we mentioned on the last podcast by the name of William Braswell.
He's our guy, William Braswell. We might have him on for a second later to get a late night prediction or a prediction pregame. But we spent a lot of quality time with him. He's a great kid. He's a dog. And I mean, what else do you want to say about William? He is the Mississippi State super fan. One of his buddies in his fraternity over here, shout out Pike at Mississippi State, told me that William is either going to have a statue at Mississippi State come next week, or they're going to like burn his face in the cornfield. So it's going to be one or the other. But I like to think that he helped us, we helped him, and it was honestly a great kid, one of the nicest kids. I'm looking at him right now. He looks good in that maroon polo, laughing, having a good time, and truly a good guy.
Yeah, so check out the videos.
Shout out Braswell.
Check out the videos. Check out the graphics that Sandra made, which she just absolutely crushed as always.
Thanks, guys.
There's been a Braswell effect, and we might have some more metrics in the future that we can discuss. But ever since we met him, it's just kind of like taken off, and people love him. And he'll comment things on these matchup graphics, and he doesn't even tell us he's doing them. And then I'll read them, and I'm just like, you could not have written anything better. He gets it. He's hilarious. He is what the College World Series is all about. I feel like.
Just a good old American boy, loves some baseball.
So I'm very excited to have him be our guide in Starkville when we go for that trip. In terms of games, I mean that whole NC State Vanderbilt, kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean NC State Vanderbilt. There he is. You gonna slide in? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Rafael Palmeiro is rolling in. He just came in hot. Slide over. We'll put you in the middle.
Let's get us 1 second to get his mic together, and then we'll cut.
All right, cool. No problem.
I'm Pat, by the way. How's it going?
What up? All right, well, we're joined by Rafael Palmeiro. Thanks for rolling up. We met you this morning, grabbing your coffee, and I was like, hey, if you got a few minutes to talk baseball, we'd love to have you on, so thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So, All-American, Mississippi State means a lot to you, I'd imagine. What do you think it means to these fans that are here? They're here loud, they're here proud. They've never won a national championship in any sport, any team sport. Tonight might be the night. What do you think?
We have a good shot, and I know that our fans are ready for it. I was here in '85, and we came up short. We've been here, I think, 12 times now with baseball, and our fans are hungry for it. They're here. They're like 35,000 Mississippi State folks here. So they're waiting for this thing to happen tonight.
I need to ask you about another set of fans we've gotten close with. What do you think about the Vandy Whistlers?
It's very annoying. I still don't understand why their fans don't just shut him up.
I've been sitting with them, so it's been loud for sure.
Well, hopefully we'll get them quiet early in the game.
Yeah.
I love it. What's it like being here as a former player, Mississippi State? Like you said, you were here in '85. You guys came up a little bit short. That's a long story. That's its own story. But sitting here, like, have you gotten together with your old teammates, old friends? You guys in group chats? What are you doing? How you feeling?
I'm in communication with some of my teammates from the '85 team. Some of them wanted to be here. They couldn't be here. I think Will Clark is working with the Giants, and he couldn't make it. But it's just awesome being around these guys. I was here in 2019. Some of the guys that were on that team are here again. I've gotten to know some of them. Rowdy Jordan, Tanner Allen. It's just fun being around them. It's fun being a fan. I love Mississippi State. It seems like they love me back for some reason.
They definitely do.
But this feels like home to me, being around these folks, and I'm just excited. Hopefully, this is where it ends tonight for us with the W.
How satisfying is it going to be? I shouldn't say if. I should say when the Dogs win tonight.
The Dogs are winning tonight.
Knowing that you kind of laid the foundation for all of this, because the program is obviously just built, and it's been a powerhouse, but when you think baseball, you think SEC, and a lot of times I do think Mississippi State when I think baseball.
Well, I think it started before us, before I was there in '85. I think they had been to the College World Series several times. But we did lay the foundation. It's been building since. We've been here before. We actually were here in 2013 in the finals against UCLA, so we've had been really, really close several times. It's just great because it's with the fans. It's not just the players that built the program. Our fans have helped build this program, and we've got the greatest fans in college baseball,
absolutely.
hands down. I don't care what anybody says.
It's unreal.
We're here strong as anybody. It's
unreal. I'm an Ohio State guy. He's a Michigan guy, and obviously those are big football schools.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, I mean, over this past 10, 13 days, however long we've been here, it is unreal. The Mississippi State love, the Mississippi State passion, the fans. I mean, I know left field corner back when you were there.
Left field lounge.
Left field lounge.
Yes.
It was unreal, and I mean, these guys are out here in full force. We came back last night. I don't know if we took a quick little video at the bar, and I mean, these guys love it here, and I mean, I think part of it, like you said, it is thanks to you. It's
a love affair that they've got with the baseball program. That's what I felt like when I went on my recruiting trip in 1982 as a high school player. I went up there for a weekend series against Ole Miss, and I saw 10,000 people at that old little ballpark that we played in. And there were 5,000 people in the left field lounge. It was just a big old tailgate party, and it's grown from there. If you go back now, we've got the best ballpark in the country in college baseball, and we fill it up. I mean, we had 40,000 people for the Super Regionals. You see the fans that we bring here.
Unreal.
There's 25,000 Mississippi State folks out there.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's got 300 people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a love affair between the fans and the baseball program.
Going off that, so I mean, I think part of it is, like you said, you have a great stadium, you hold a lot of people, but a big part of that is something that you helped with the Palmeiro Center. And you know, I think these southern schools have the ability to play baseball year-round, but it helps when you make some donations and they're able to play inside. And just a quick sales pitch to college baseball as a whole. I think being here makes me fall in love with baseball even more. I worked at Ohio State and did some of their baseball stuff, but you know, what does that mean? How does that help college baseball?
Well, the SEC is almost like pro baseball, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of the programs, you know, Vanderbilt, Florida, LSU, Arkansas, now Tennessee, you know, it's almost like pro baseball, and all the programs have built incredible stadiums. I was fortunate enough that I was able to give back to my school, and we're able to build an indoor facility, not just for the baseball program, but for the football team, and they still use it. So, you know, a lot of the programs in the SEC have that kind of stuff, and they're able to recruit because of that. And like you said, the weather is nice in the South, and, you know, we play baseball all year long. So, but I love it. I mean, like I said, I was fortunate enough that I was able to give back to our school and our baseball program, and it's helped us in recruiting.
When it comes to Omaha, for people who haven't been, because this is our first time going, and again, like Jack said, we're Michigan, Ohio State, that's kind of what we know in terms of spectacle of sport. What would you say to someone who has never been before? Because it's one of the most craziest sporting events I've ever been to.
It's hard to describe because in the beginning there's 8 teams here, and there's fans from all 8 teams, and everybody mingles and everybody interacts. But for some reason this year, from day one, it seemed like it was 5-1 Mississippi State over everyone else. Now Arkansas, to be fair, Arkansas and LSU weren't here, because if they would have been here, it would have been the same thing. They bring fans like we do. But it's just an incredible thing. I mean, I would say it's probably like the Final Four, maybe, in basketball.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Because I've been and I know what it's like. So I would say that it's probably like the Final Four.
And there's still a ton of Arkansas and LSU people here, regardless of them not even making it.
That's what I'm talking about, is that even when their team's not here, they still come. It's an event that people want to be a part of, and there's fans from other schools that are here.
I love it. We'll let you go. We don't need too much more to do time, but I got one more question for you, and maybe if Pat's got anything. But Mississippi State, tonight, Game 3, winner take all. If you had to tell the team something tonight and say, hey, we're taking this thing back to Starkville, what do you got to say to them?
Just relax, have fun. You know, that's what they've been doing the whole time they've been here.
Yeah.
You know, just leave it all out there. But don't let the game get too big. It's just another game. I know it's for the national championship, but don't worry about that. Just play your game, go out and do what you've been doing all year, have fun, and in the end, the results will be there.
You think that they could just, like, maybe you'd shave your beard a little bit and you can slide in there and throw in number 6 again?
I don't know about Kumar, though, man, because that guy's pretty nasty. I don't know that I can handle
nasty stuff.
I would need about 2 weeks of batting practice before I got in there against him.
My last thing is not a question. I was going to say I've always been a fan of your game. I think I saw you play for the Orioles. I think I went to a game and we just watched a documentary on you. Your swing is just amazing. Just your game has been amazing. So I've always been a huge fan. So it's amazing to be.
Well,
talking
thank you
to
very
now.
much,
Yeah.
man. I really appreciate that.
I'm going to Cubs game next week on the 5th of July. They play the Phillies, and we found out that's who you hit your first home run against. So
That's right.
Maybe because it wasn't in the ballpark; it was outside the
I
ballpark.
hit it out into the street.
Yeah, so maybe I'll go take a selfie there and say what's up.
Have you been there before?
I've been there once. It is wild.
It is unbelievable because they've redone the whole thing with Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. It's just an amazing place.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, we appreciate you having
Thanks
you
for
on.
coming
Thank you, guys.
Dogs going to
Appreciate
win,
it.
and then post game, I'll buy you a Mick Ultra. How
Thank
about
you.
that?
I'll be around. Sure.
All right, seems
I'll take
fair.
it.
Thanks again.
You got it. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, from one legend to another legend, William Braswell. How you doing, buddy?
I just want to know how am I supposed to follow that?
We don't need you long. We just need you for a little bit. The Braswell effect is in full force. Everybody's talking about it. Dogs win again. Can we just
Dogs
get a
win again.
Dogs win again.
There it
Press
is.
the button. Wait, listen to this, Braswell.
Dogs win again.
You made the soundboard.
Y'all got a sound bit of it. It's crazy.
All right, Braswell. Like I said, we got an hour until first pitch. We're sitting together. We've sat together the first 2 games of the championship. We need you to come out with the Braswell guarantee, the Braswell prediction. Rocker's on the bump. You know he's not easy. What are we feeling tonight? Final score, all that good stuff.
Feeling pretty good tonight. I'm just say final score. I'm gonna say 4-1 Dogs. I'm gonna say Rocker's gonna come out. He's gonna pitch a good game at first, but then they're going to bring him relief, and it's gonna go from there. Dogs up, and I think Bednar's gonna have a good game, and then you know who's gonna close it out. Landon Sims.
Landon!
Landon!
Landon! We need to close
Landon.
the game.
Dogs win again.
Dogs win again.
Dogs win again.
Dogs win again. I mean, Braswell, we've loved having you on. We loved hanging out with you all week, all 10 days. I don't remember when we met you, but I'm happy we did. I know you came up to us, and like normally I go up to people and I'm like, we got to interview. We got to get me mind if we interview real quick. Do you have a minute? Can I ask you a question? No, not you. You come up to us and you say, I got something to say. So, hey, you've had something to say. We were happy to help tell your story, and we're happy to help meet you and hang out with you. And we're going to come down for an SEC game in the spring and hang out at the Pike House.
Y'all got a spot on my floor.
I commented this, but I just want to say we are now looking at time in terms of BB and AB, before Braswell and after Braswell, because our lives will never be the same. So thank you for all your help, and it's been great getting to know you.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, William Braswell.
Hit it one more time.
Dogs win again.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
You heard it here first. If once the Dogs win, we're gonna do a little night recap upstairs. So maybe you can come up, add your 2 cents, and we'll call it a day.
I'll be there on my 2, 3, 4, and 5 cents.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ladies and
First
gentlemen,
national championship ever.
in any team sport.
Any team sport, it's tonight.
They're one of 3 schools to ever do that. You know that?
Yeah, 1 of 3 schools.
It was Virginia Tech
State.
and Kansas State
Yep.
and Mississippi State.
And it's going to be 2 tonight because
Damn
Dogs in 3.
straight. Dogs won again.
Dogs win again.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Pat, I have no idea where we left off, where we started. Rafael Palmeiro just rolls in and gives you the heads up, and then William Braswell to follow. I don't know who's bigger, but I know I appreciate them both.
I'm starstruck, and you can't take a break when that happens. You got to just keep it rolling.
Just keep
So that's
on
what
rolling.
That's what we're going to do.
I don't even know what we talked about this podcast. All I know is I love you. I
Love you too.
baseball. I love the College World Series. I love Rafael. I love Braswell. And it's just a good day. Dogs going to win tonight.
You know, I've been sitting with the Bandy Whistlers, but Braswell has won me over. I do want to see what happens.
Are you changing alliances?
I'm still going to stick with my pick, but I do want to see what happens if the Dogs win and what happens to Braswell, because I do believe a statue should be made.
The statue should be made. The Braswell effect is in full force. We appreciate everyone coming out. This Mississippi State crowd is unreal. We've talked about it once, we've talked about it 1,000 times, but it's awesome. It's awesome to be a part of. We're excited for the game tonight. I'm hoping that we look like geniuses and Mississippi State wins it all, and this podcast does pretty well for us. We've met a lot of great people while in Omaha. We've all had a lot of great experiences. We're leaving tomorrow morning. Podcast drops tomorrow morning. Appreciate you for listening to this. If you're new, make sure to follow us on social media at Still Eligible. I think we're going to do a little nightcap. Who knows what that's going to be like.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
College World Series. It's been a blast. We're loving it, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Wait, if there's one more thing I got to say before
Sure.
we end. Dogs win again.
Dogs win again.
Dogs win again.
Legend.
Well, if you made it this far in the podcast, it was 11:47 at night, and I smell like I just ran a 5K. We're currently sitting in the hotel room, new microphone, new look. I don't know. Dogs won.
Dogs won again.
Dogs won indeed their first national championship ever in any sport, any team sport that is. 9-0 victory over Vandy. Not a lot of whistling going on inside the stadium tonight, Pat.
Well, I wasn't in the stadium, Jack, so I was on the outskirts today. We did a little inside, outside. Basically, I've just been asking random strangers to talk trash about William Braswell for the last few days. So,
and you did very well. If you're listening to this is very awkward for us. This is not something we do. I'm literally holding a microphone like I'm interviewing Pat currently. But we just need to recap the night. I'm going to go back downstairs and give Braswell a goodbye hug after this. But like I said, combined one hitter. I don't know if I said that, but like I said, most outstanding player, Will Bednart, and longtime friend of the podcast, Landon Sims, comes up and gives up that one hit. So that was pretty sweet to be a part of. Rocker got rocked. That was called by Braswell days ago.
what didn't he call is really like the case here.
Braswell.
Yeah, I want him like doing all my futures predictions, stock market.
He's I texted him. I said, I need you to pick the lottery numbers tonight. So he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. When we got back to the hotel, it was rowdy. I mean, the amount of people that were downstairs in the lobby was unreal. Just getting to the elevator is one thing, and then getting up the elevator is another thing. Getting to your floor, it was a whole. You could call it a ride. It was a ride indeed.
Yeah, and we've been shedding a little bit of light on what these trips are like, just so everybody knows. Like we kind of break up and split up and do our own thing sometimes. And so today, after we had filmed some stuff, me and Sandra filmed some stuff outside the stadium while you were in. I just walked into Rocco's Pizza and just was basically standing there using the Wi-Fi to post and posting reels, and people were just staring at me like I was crazy.
They shouldn't have gave us the Wi-Fi.
No.
The best part about coming back to the hotel, besides a ton of people, it's always about being at the right place at the right time. And our guy, Rafael, longtime friend of the podcast, like literally 10 minutes, like 20 minutes ago. I don't even know what we're talking about. But I caught him hoisting the trophy. He was like a little kid in the candy store. It was awesome. Long overdue. Like you said, the best team in 1985. We don't need to get into all that. There's a documentary on it, and they did way better than we could do. So great to see that. And it came full circle. And also our guy, Kellum Clark, when he hit that home run in the stadium tonight, people were going crazy. That's the video we posted. That was that. People were going nuts. There was beer showers happening. You really have something to say.
I heard it.
Did you?
Yeah, I heard it. I didn't see it.
Well, okay. So yeah, Callum Clark, appreciate you. The whole Bulldogs team appreciate you. Shout out Palmeiro. Shout out the boys. Shout out Braswell. I mean, the guy simply doesn't miss. We found a what do they call that? A hidden gem. What was the other one? Something in the rough? Diamond in the rough? I was getting those mixed up.
Pretty sure he's getting a tattoo as we speak, as he stated previously in a video. So I hope he's doing that in a clean and sanitary way. But who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll check it out. Put it on paper. Put it on your leg. Braswell. It's a Braswell guarantee. He actually told me during the game. He goes, "Oh, I gotta get a tattoo now." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "What should I get?" And he's like, "Should I get like 2021 national champions?" And I was like, "No, you should just get Dogs win again." What kind of question is that?
Why would you get anything else? We also didn't realize, we apologize, but the Braswell effect, I think that's why all the weather delays happen. So sorry, people in Omaha, but
The Braswell effect is real. Shout out our guys. Shout out Mississippi State Bulldogs. It is 11:51 at night. I haven't slept in days. I pulled an all-nighter the other night. Our flight leaves in I don't even know, a few hours. I need to pack. I need a shower. What?
You check in yet?
I don't know. I don't think I
You gotta
did.
check in.
Hold on. You talk. I'll check in.
All right, go check in. This was a great trip. We're baseball guys now, in addition to being softball guys. We're gonna be everything guys by the end of all this stuff. But Jack's checking in. You got priority, or what do you got there? Okay.
I've got more miles than I know what to do with.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for following our journey. We had a great trip. We're clearly still super energized, but thanks for following, and we hope all our new followers enjoy our content.
Yeah, continue to follow along. Like I said, this was a cluster of a podcast, but it is a podcast indeed. Normally we're a little bit more buttoned up or less buttoned up. I don't even know anymore. Let's just call it a night. Shout out the Dogs. Dogs win again. Shout out Pat.
Dogs win again.
Shout out Sandra. And this is still eligible. Dogs win again.
Dogs win again.